Hi, Dad. Do you take time to be involved in activities that your daughter is involved in and things that she likes and has chosen for herself? For me, for one of my daughters, that was swimming. Swimming became a very interesting activity for me. For one thing, it meant going to these long swim meets. And then we're talking about an hour and a half or 2 hours, sometimes all day, drive out of town, get there early, get involved. And I know you dads do that and you do it. But for me, it became a discipline point to get there, because these were typically late afternoon, during the week. I had to break from work, somehow get my work schedule around it so that I could go and see her in the pool. And the other thing was, it's 80 degrees, it's in the winter, I've got a wool suit on at the time. At that time, people were not as casual as they were, so I've got a wool suit on. So I'm going to the pool to watch her for 2 minutes and suffer through, I'm just being honest, suffer through this entire meet. And I enjoyed the fact the team did very well. But it was not my choice. I had to discipline myself, and I'll use that word, discipline myself, to go to these swim meets so that I could participate and understand what was going on with my daughter and with her coach. But I'd go in there and I'd have my wool suit on, and I would pull my shoes off and take my socks off, and I'd pull my wool pants up so that I was sitting there, kind of wearing wool shorts, if you will, in the pool. But here's the big takeaway. It's not so much that when she came in and she hit the wall in swimming and she looked up and there was Dad up in the stands and she'd flash me a smile, and that was good enough. But here's the big takeaway. The thing I want to impress on you now is, now that she's grown and she's got a really tough job, really good job, I'm really proud of her, but she would have questions for me in the business world and what was going on, and I was able to say, here's experiences that you had in swimming that I understood and could talk to her, and she knew I understood what she had to do in the swimming pool. She did it. It was her activity. I just was along for the ride. I was just watching the activity happen, and she worked very, very hard to be part of this activity. But the big takeaway was me having this relationship that I'll just say suffered. It wasn't necessarily suffering. I had some good times with my swim meets. But the big takeaway was in life when I was able to communicate her and say, remember when you were in the pool, when you did this, when you did that in swimming, and I was part of an activity that she was a part of. It was her activity. So don't let that opportunity go away just because maybe you have to wear a wool suit in an 80-degree humid pool in the middle of winter in Colorado. You can do this. Thanks for stopping by.